Sloth versus koala, who wins nature's slowest showdown. High above the forest floor, where the leaves sway gently and the world moves in whispers, two of nature's slowest creatures quietly rule their kingdoms. On one side, the sloth, a rainforest ghost, barely moving, nearly invisible, living life upside down among tangled vines and shadows. On the other hand, the koala, a fuzzy eucalyptus muncher from Australia, drowsy-eyed and determined, clutching tree trunks like it owns them. They're not built for speed. They don't roar, chase, or strike fast. But make no mistake, they are survivors. They've mastered the art of doing less and living longer. And when territory gets tight or food runs low, even these gentle tree dwellers might square off. One's all grip, the others all grumble. This isn't your usual animal battle, because in the treetops, speed isn't everything. Sometimes, slow is savage. Let the slow motion smackdown begin. Sloth, the jungle's gentle phantom, native to Central and South America. Sloths are the definition of chill. With their lifestyle and permanent upside-down hangout spots, they've evolved to avoid attention at all costs. There are two main types, two-toed and three-toed sloths. Both have long limbs, curved claws, and algae-covered fur that helps them blend into the trees like mossy shadows. They don't fight, they don't flee. They survive by staying invisible. Every movement is deliberate, saving energy in a world full of faster, hungrier animals. Despite their calm demeanor, sloths are surprisingly strong for their size and can hold onto branches for hours. Koala, the eucalyptus enforcer across the world. In Australia, koalas live a very different but equally sleepy life. They're marsupials, not bears, and spend most of their days sleeping in eucalyptus trees. Why? Because their food is toxic to most other creatures, and digesting it takes serious energy. Koalas are solitary, territorial, and surprisingly tough. They have powerful limbs and razor-sharp claws for climbing, and, when pushed, they bite, scratch, and growl. Don't let the teddy bear different species. Shared strategy. Though they evolved in totally separate ecosystems, sloths and koalas have one big thing in common. They turn slowly into a survival superpower. One melts into the shadows. The other holds its ground with grumpy determination. Neither backs down easily. Let's see what happens when their worlds collide. This might be a battle of the slow, but these two tree dwellers come equipped with some unexpected tools. Underneath all that fluff and calm are muscles, claws, and a surprising will to fight, especially when survival is on the line. Sloth, slow but strong, weight 8 to 17 lbs, claws up to 4 inches long, curved, sharp, and excellent for gripping or swiping. Sloths can hang from a branch using just one limb, and their grip strength is off the charts. Bite rarely used, but they've got surprisingly sharp teeth if needed. Sloths may move slowly, but they're built for endurance. Their muscles are adapted to hang for hours, and when threatened, they've been known to slash with claws that can tear skin. They don't start fights, but they can definitely finish them. Koala, compact and clawed, weight 15 to 30 pounds larger, and heavier than sloth's claws, strong, sharp, and curved for climbing and defending jaws. Koalas can bite hard, especially during fights over territory or mates build. Dense muscles in their arms and legs give them powerful grip and climbing power. Underestimate a koala. They're known to growl, lunge, and grapple with rivals. If a sloth got too close to a dominant koala's tree, there's a good chance it would be met with a tough challenge. One is a suspended assassin. But capable of brutal claw attacks. The other is a compact powerhouse, ready to grapple and growl its way to victory. So when these two go head-to-head, it's not just a slow-motion showdown. It's claw versus claw, grip versus grunt, and things could get primal, fast. Sloths move at less than 0.2 miles per hour, and for good reason. Their muscles are designed for grip over speed, and every movement is calculated to use the least amount of energy possible. They hang upside down, using their long claws, and rarely fall thanks to a death grip that can hold even when they're asleep. Their slowness is a strength. It keeps them hidden from predators like harpy eagles and jaguars. In their world, being unnoticed is more powerful than being fast. Koalas might look lazy, but they're quick when they need to be. They can climb vertically up tree trunks in bursts of strength and leap short distances from branch to branch. They hug tree limbs tightly with 2 thumbs on each front paw, giving them a climbing edge, while they sleep up to 20 hours a day. The few hours they're awake are spent either eating or asserting dominance, especially during mating season. Sloth, ultra-stable, precise, and built for long-term hanging. Koala, agile in short bursts. Confident vertical climbers, so while one glides through trees like a sleepy ninja, the other scales bark like a grumpy tank. If a clash broke out the outcome could depend on who controls the high ground. You are what you eat, and for sloths and koalas, that means leaves, and more leaves. But don't be fooled by their boring menus. These animals have some of the most extreme digestive systems in the animal kingdom. Sloths eat leaves from a variety of tropical trees, which are low in calories and tough to digest. To cope, sloths have a 4-part stomach, similar to a cow, filled with microbes that slowly break down plant matter. It can take up to a month for a sloth to fully digest one meal. Their metabolism is so low that they only climb down to poop about once a week, a trip so dangerous that many sloth deaths happen during this bathroom run. Their strategy: eat little, do less, survive longer. Koalas eat almost nothing but eucalyptus leaves, which are not only low in nutrition but also toxic to most animals. Their highly adapted liver and a massive hindgut cecum help them neutralize the poison and extract nutrients. Koalas are so committed to this one food source that baby koalas even eat their mother's feces early on to inherit the necessary gut bacteria. Yes, it's gross, but it's genius. They also store food in their long digestive tract to slowly release energy, allowing them to sleep up to 20 hours a day. Sloth, general leaf eater, ultra-slow digestion koala, leaf specialist with toxic resistance and elite processing power. One survives through slow metabolism. The other thrives on what would kill most animals. You wouldn't think two of the slowest animals in the world would be great at surviving predators, but that's exactly what makes sloths and koalas so fascinating. Their defense tactics are weird, effective, and perfectly adapted to life in the trees. The sloth's greatest defense: disappearing without moving. Their fur hosts algae and tiny insects, turning them into living camouflage. From above, a sloth blends right into the canopy, a mossy lump that predators like eagles or ocelots can easily miss. They move so slowly that branches barely rustle, making them nearly invisible. Sloths also avoid the ground, only descending about once a week. When they do, they're vulnerable, but even then, they stay silent and cautious. If cornered, though, don't expect a peaceful nap. Sloths can swipe hard with their claws, and their grip is strong enough to hang on while resisting attacks. Koalas may look cuddly, but they're shockingly feisty when provoked. They have strong jaws, sharp claws, and a growl that sounds like a pig dinosaur breed, loud enough to startle both predators and humans. When attacked, a koala will cling tightly to its tree, making it nearly impossible to dislodge. If an intruder comes too close, it can bite, swipe, and scream its way to safety. Mothers have even been seen fighting off dingoes to protect their young. Koalas also spread scent from chest glands to mark territory, warning others to stay back. While the sloth hides in plain sight, the koala dares you to come closer, and dares harder if you do. In the treetops, speed may be low, but survival instinct is sky high. Let's clear up some things, because not everything you've heard about sloths and koalas is true. Sloths aren't lazy, they're energy-saving machines. Their slow movements are an evolutionary tactic. By reducing motion and keeping quiet, they avoid detection and outlive many flashier creatures. Sloths are incredible climbers. Most falls are rare and usually happen when they're on the ground, typically during their once-a-week bathroom trip. One viral myth claims sloths sometimes grab their own arms thinking they're branches and fall. This has been debunked. They're smarter than they look. Koalas are solitary, territorial, and often aggressive when approached. During mating season, males become vocal and combative. There have been recorded attacks on dogs, humans, and even drones. They're not drunk, just sleepy. Eucalyptus doesn't intoxicate them. It's just very low in nutrients, so they conserve energy by sleeping most of the day. These aren't lazy, harmless fluffballs, they're well-adapted, tough survivors, each with unique strategies to thrive in unforgiving environments. Let's imagine an alternate world, a lush high-canopy rainforest where South America meets Australia. In this twisted corner of nature, a solitary sloth and a territorial koala end up on the same towering fig tree. The koala has been nesting here for days. The sloth, unaware, slowly makes its way across a thick limb toward fresh leaves. The koala smells like a stranger and doesn't like it. The sloth, as usual, takes its time. It's not in a rush. Its mossy fur blends into the tree bark. But the koala sees movement, ears twitch, eyes narrow. With a low guttural growl, the koala announces its presence. The sloth stops, lifts its head, blinks. Slowly it's on. The koala charges first. Yes, charges. With a burst of surprising speed, it lunges along the branch and wraps its arms around the sloth. It growls, snarls, and clamps tight with needle-sharp claws. The sloth holds firm. It doesn't panic. Its long arms swing up with slow but powerful force, claws raking through the air, scoring the koala's shoulder. They grapple, twisting and swaying in the branches. The koala bites, trying to drive the sloth off. The sloth responds with a grip like iron, wrapping one arm around a branch and the other around the koala, squeezing. For a moment, it's a deadlock. The koala growls and kicks. The sloth hisses and holds. Then, snap. A smaller branch breaks beneath them. The koala scrambles up the trunk. The sloth swings lower, gripping a vine. Both breathe heavy. Neither wants to fall, neither wants to give ground. After a long, tense moment, the sloth retreats, not out of fear, but to avoid wasting energy. The koala watches from above, bruised, but still king of this tree. Who wins? There's no knockout punch in this fight, no victory dance. Just two very different survivors showing off their style. The sloth, methodical.com, and powerful under pressure. The koala, aggressive, fast when it counts, fiercely, territorial in the end. They both live to climb another day. And that's what survival's really about. So, who truly wins the slowness? In pure strength and calm under pressure, the sloth shows its power. It's a master of stillness, with claws that can wound and a grip that can outlast most challengers. If the battle were about patience and resilience, the sloth walks away, a quiet victor. But in a flash of rage and dominance, the koala holds its ground. It moves faster, bites harder, and defends what's theirs with primal fury. In a short, sharp clash, the koala likely strikes first and hardest. But here's the truth. This fight isn't really about violence. It's about two radically different survival styles. One hides in stillness, the other fights in bursts, and both have thrived in their own corners of the world. Nature doesn't crown kings based on who's loudest or strongest. It rewards those who adapt, endure, and outlast. So maybe the real winner is the one who never needed to fight in the first place. So who takes the crown in the slowest showdown on Earth? Are you team #sloth power for silent strength, mossy stealth, and jungle wisdom, or do you ride with #koala claws, grumpy growls, sharp bites, and Aussie tree swagger? Tell us in the comments, which one surprised you the most? Share your pick, hit that like if you enjoyed the face-off, and subscribe for more animal battles that go beyond the surface, because in nature, even the slowest can be savage.